Hi everyone, I thought I'd take this opportunity to show a really cool thing that I acquired a while ago. And please excuse me when I show you this demonstration because I've got really grubby, oily fingers from messing about with the item inside this box. But I picked this pretty little box up from a flea market in Vienna. It's a Dutch cigar box and it's quite a nice little thing, but not particularly old. But it was the perfect size for the thing that's inside, and I thought I'd show you something that I took an interest in and have unfortunately started collecting, which is probably not a good idea because I've got too many hobbies and things on the go. But inside this box, I made a little kind of display for it. Is this beautiful lighter that I found at a flea market in Ljubljana, Slovenia. A while ago, and they have a fantastic flea market there every Sunday, and I found this well, at the time, very grubby little item on a stall and managed to haggle the guy down to about 14 euros for it. Nothing was working on it and it was all stiff and you couldn't make anything work on it, so I think that helped me when I haggled down and got a good price for it. But what attracted to me to it originally was, first of all, the beautiful font style, quite sort of 1920s, lovely font style of IMCO Föhn. The other writing below it, GSCH, is German for gesetzlich geschützt, which is German for to show that the patent is protected by law. And stamped on the slider here, later designs of this lighter you'll see with a special patent number on it, but this one has patent A, and I've tried to have a look around, but I haven't been able to find out exactly what that means. So it could be an earlier, before a number was given to it, an earlier model. The information that I've been able to find online is that this particular design was patented around 1926, so it could be from that period or maybe a little bit before. And I know it was made in Austria. IMCO is an Austrian company. When you open the lighter up here, I'll just pull this little ring at the bottom and slide it open. It's a little bit stiff. Let's see if I can make it open up now. I think I have to hold it this way. It helps a little bit. There we go. You can see it says JMCO, which is Julius Meister. He was the inventor and founder of the company. He originally was a button maker and he made military buttons. But after the war, around 1918, you can imagine there wasn't a lot of call for buttons at that time, so he switched to making lighters. And there you go, look at that, it lights beautifully. I had to put a new, well, not a new spring, but a new flint inside here and oil it because nothing was really working on it at the time. And it was all sort of stiff and seized up. I unscrewed the bottom, and inside here there was, I say an original wick, there was a wick from somebody was using it. The wick was really in good condition and quite a lot of it, so I pulled it all out and repacked it with some more wadding and filled it up with usual sort of Zippo 5, fluid. New Feuerzeug or flint inside there, and you can see that it works absolutely beautifully. I've got a fascination and a hobby, a bit of a hobby of learning how to, learning firecraft really, how to make fires from various different methods. And although from a kind of survival preppy point of view, this wouldn't be very practical because the liquid just evaporates too quickly like a normal Zippo would. But it is a really beautiful hand charm and really nicely made, and I like the age of it. I hope the patina comes back. I didn't really mean to clean so much of the patina off it, but in handling it and cleaning it and oiling it, it did clean up more than I expected. But I'm sure the patina will come back in time. You know what brass is like. Julius Meister, as I said, was a button making company, and after the war, First World War, he started making these lighters. I think it's a bit of a misnomer because you see a lot of them called trench lighters. Well, they couldn't have been used in the trench because his original designs from about 1917, 1918 wouldn't have been used at that time during World War One. So anyone calling it a trench lighter, it's not really technically correct, I don't believe. But it's a really beautiful design. And apparently IMCO inspired the invention of Zippos. They took the design of this windshield and developed it further to the Zippo that everyone knows. But IMCO went on to be one of the real major lighter manufacturers. I think they produced over 500 million lighters around the world. So I think a lot of people are quite familiar with IMCO lighters. And even I've managed to buy a few at flea markets here. And I really like buying tatty old ones and making them work again. So I've got about 4 or 5 really nice IMCO lighters. But this one is really beautiful. And if anybody's got any information on what pattern A means or how old this particular lighter is would be, that would be really cool if you could put it in the comments below. So I hope you like seeing that. It's a really, really lovely thing. I'm really pleased to own it, and I'm so happy I managed to restore it and get it back to work, because it's a really lovely thing. So I hope you enjoyed that. Thank you and goodbye. Try not to burn myself putting it out now.